I should turn my star on, but I don't have time for that. I just want to do this. This is such a stupid thumbnail. Like, that's much better. Hey everyone, it's Katie. Today I'm filming my January favorites. I missed December favorites, which was kind of an accident, but that time of year is obviously really busy. So I kind of have a lot to talk about, but kind of not really. I still consolidated most everything and have kind of just been using the same stuff. First and foremost, I feel really under the weather, so forgive me if I sound weird or look weird. Despite the fact that I'm sick, I decided to play around with like a full makeup look that I found on Instagram, yet I'm wearing like the most casual freaking clothes and have braids in my hair. I get really stir crazy when I'm sick. Like, I don't like staying in bed. I don't like staying in the house. I'm like, I want to go out, I want to go shopping, I want to do this, I want to do that. And my loved ones are always like, that's why you're sick for weeks on end, but that's neither here nor there. Let's launch into the favorites. I'm gonna start with makeup slash like product favorites because I have a fair amount. So this, I'm gonna just start off with this. This is a repeat offender, but I don't even care. This is the Donna Karan Cashmere Mist Deodorant. I love this stuff. I had taken a little bit of a break from it, so I got a 3-pack at the Nordstrom anniversary sale back in July. Used a tube of it, was obsessed, and then it's expensive, so I alternated, and I have 2 other tubes, but I purchased like an old standby that I use, and I used that up, and I like got it used to it or whatever. And then I ran out the other day, so I busted another one of these out, and within days, or within like seconds, like right away, I was like, oh my gosh, why did I ever stop using you? It used to be $25 a piece, now I know they're $26 a piece. I'd gotten them in a value kit, set of 3 for $60 or whatever, so if you can ever find something like that, probably around the anniversary sale again, highly recommend. Long story short, it smells amazing. It will make you smell so good. You don't need very much. You just put it on and it'll have you smelling like heavenly throughout the whole day. Like even through a workout, like it just smells so good. It's such like a luxury fancy deodorant. I love it so much. Next makeup product is something that I've been wearing almost every day. Not today though. This is a foundation. It's by Milani. It's the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. Guys, I have like stuff all over my face. Let's try that again. It's the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I have mine in the shade 01 Creamy Vanilla. This, like the name suggests, is a really high coverage. It's supposed to be a foundation plus concealer in one. I still will use a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes or whatever if I need it, but it definitely has full coverage. You need only like a pump. Oh yeah, and it comes with a pump, which is awesome for the packaging. It's like a glass jar, but you only need about a pump and it'll do the job. My only complaint with this is that the shade has a lot of like a yellow undertone. Like it doesn't even quite match me, but I don't even care because I love it so much that I just make it work. I put powder on top or bronzer or whatever I need to do to kind of even things out. But considering I'm so fair skinned, I pretty much always need the lightest shade in foundations, and this is the lightest shade, but it's even still a little dark, a little on the yellow side. But like I said, I literally don't care. This has become like holy grail. I highly recommend that you try it. It's cheap, it's drugstore, it's awesome. Another makeup product is one that everyone knows about. I feel like it's been around forever. It's the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. I have this little deluxe size one and it came with this cute little puff here. This is a cult classic Laura Mercier product. Now, I am not a fan of loose powders. I'm just not. They're a pain, they are messy. Pressed powders are so much easier, and my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural by MAC is like my holy grail. However, this stuff, there's a reason that it's such a cult classic. I have an oily T-zone pretty much, and so throughout the day I have to blot like with my little Boscia blotting sheets, or like, yeah, I have to blot or I just look shiny, and that is what it is. But I remember when I first started using this, I would be at work and like midway through the morning or afternoon when I would normally be like, okay, you're overdue for a blot, I was like totally not. It looked like I had just put makeup on, and I knew it was from this. It is translucent, but it has like a tiny little kind of tint to it, I feel like. So it's not quite as stark white as like the Makeup Forever one, which I also have and I also like, but this is just amazing. I can't even describe it to you. It's just so finely milled. It looks so pretty. It just makes you look great for a long period of time. So I highly recommend this. Another makeup favorite is this lipstick. This is the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Underage Red. I love red lipsticks, and I never had a liquid lipstick in red. And I was like, you know what, I want one, because red lipstick is gorgeous, but it's kind of a lot of upkeep if you're gonna be eating, or you want it to look perfect. And so if you're gonna be like moving around at all, you don't want to have to constantly be reapplying. So I asked for this for Christmas, and thank you, Travis, he got it for me. And I wore this not all the time because I don't wear a red lip every day, obviously, but whenever I needed a red lip, this was like my default. Under A Dread was a shade that I had tried in the Studded Kiss lipsticks originally, so it's like the regular lipstick formula. Perfect blue toned red that makes me look like Snow White and gives you like the white teeth look. I think every person's skin tone requires like their perfect red, but this is pretty much my perfect red. So when I saw that they made it in the liquid lipstick form, I was like, yes, please. It's great, it's wonderful, it's a great formula, it's long lasting, it doesn't really dry or flake. It's awesome. I really love this and recommend it. A perfume that I've been wearing all throughout the month, December too, so like December and January, is this guy. It's by Kilian and it's called Vodka on the Rocks. I should look these notes up, shouldn't I? So I'm a huge, massive fan of Kilian. It's like a really, really luxe, high-end designer fragrance brand, and I've been a fan for years. My holy grail scent by them is called, no, not Forbidden Games. I have that one too. Back to Black, and it has tobacco, vanilla, and honey, and it's to die for. I don't know why I'm talking about that, because today I'm talking about this one. It's called Vodka on the Rocks. Okay, so this has cardamom, rose, and oak moss. So, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I would definitely say this is a shared fragrance that men and women can wear. It has a little bit of like a masculinity to it. I think it's that oak moss and cardamom that makes it a bit spicy, but it's still fresh and light. You can definitely wear this during the day, during the night. Actually, Travis, I'm gonna make you wear this. This would smell so good on a dude, I think, but I love it too. It's really, really good quality stuff, so it's really long lasting. You don't need very much. This is like a deluxe size sample that I had gotten when I purchased one of the full size fragrances in Portland, actually, like a few months ago. So love this stuff so much. That's all for products. So let me launch. Next is something I don't physically have with me, unfortunately, but I'll insert a picture. It is a yogurt and it's called Siggi's. I think it's from Iceland. Yeah, so it's like Icelandic yogurt. So you've probably heard of Greek yogurt, and then there's like Noosa yogurt, which is Australian yogurt, and then this one is Icelandic. I first saw it at Starbucks. You've probably seen it at Starbucks too if you go to Starbucks. And I tried it and I was in love from the first time I tried it. I got the vanilla bean flavor, and I've since tried like raspberry, blueberry. The whole claim to fame with them is that they say there are more grams of protein per serving than sugar. And that's the thing about yogurt. A lot of the time, like flavored yogurts are gonna have a lot of sugar. They might be relatively healthy for you, but they have a lot of sugar. So with this, it's like, yeah, it has some sugar in it, it's flavored, but the protein like exceeds that sugar intake, and so it'll keep you full. It's really thick and creamy and delicious. You can eat it as a snack. I got away with eating it for like lunch and breakfast even, maybe with like a few other things with it. I'm such a fan, like I'm such a convert. Yeah, Siggi's yogurt, try it. Next, I'm gonna talk about a TV show favorite, and I feel like me and the rest of America are on board with this, and it is This Is Us. I love it so much. I think it's so unique and I just love it. So I remember seeing previews for it, and around the fall time, networks will always release kind of their new shows, and in hopes that they're gonna be good and that they're gonna stick. And I remember seeing previews and I was like, that looks good. You know, I like Mandy Moore, and I was like, okay, that looks kind of cool. I didn't know what it was about. And then one day, it was actually, New Year's Eve, Travis was in town and we had a few hours to kill until we were like going out for the night. And This Is Us was on demand. And it was like the entire season, or the entire season so far. It was like 10 episodes and I hadn't watched any of it. And so I'm like, let's watch one of these. We watched one and we sat there and watched literally all 10, I think not that night, but like 5 of them that day and then 5 of them the next day. Like it was like the best thing ever. And I mean, I'm sure if you've seen it, you love it too. It's like a really unique story. It's hard to explain, but it's about a family, and it shows you the different facets of their relationships and the different like highs and lows that they all have. And without giving too much away, there's a really clever kind of twist that you find out on the very first episode. And then you see that, I don't want to say too much, just watch it, just watch it. There's a lot of great acting. It pulls at your heartstrings. Like there are so many relatable things, I would say, for people. There's a lot of like like, I don't know, I can't even describe it, like family things that you can maybe relate to, or like love things that you can relate to, or I don't know. It's so good. Travis loves it too. It's great. This Is Us. Watch it. It's on NBC and it's on demand and all that good stuff. Another thing that I've been wildly into during December and January is blogs. So I love YouTube so much. I've been obsessed with YouTube forever and ever and ever. And so, you know, I was like, well, let me pick up a camera and start doing this myself because I love watching people talk about their lives, blah, 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 blah. And almost every YouTuber that I watch will be like, on my blog. And I rarely like go look at their blogs because a lot of the time I'm just like, okay, well, you're talking about it. Pictures and words are nice and all, but I don't know, I would rather just watch a video. But the more blogs that I have seen, whether I've come across them on Instagram or whatever it may be, I have become like addicted and obsessed. There are thousands of amazing blogs out there, so I could go on and on and on. And let me start by giving a shout out to some of my good friends who do blogs, and I think that's so awesome. My friend Leah does a blog called The Suburbanista, which is like lifestyle, fashion, beauty, everything. My friend Brittany does a blog called A Girl and A Garnish, and it's like recipes and food. My good friend Ashley, her younger sister Samantha, she does a blog called the Pale Geranium, and she just started a YouTube channel too. I will link it below, all of this. So those are some people that I know personally that do blogs. Hers is about like beauty and fashion and lifestyle. But some other ones that I've been crazy obsessed with lately are How Sweet Eats. I love it so much. The girl who writes the blog, it's about food. She makes up her own recipes and she posts every single day. She is so witty. She's so funny. Her pictures are amazing. Her recipes are amazing. Like, they inspire me to cook so much. Now, ask me how many of those recipes I've cooked, but hey, you know, it's a work in progress. I've dabbled into some of them, and like I said, it's all about getting inspired. Like, when I can look at that stuff and I'm like, oh my God, like I want to make this or I want to do that. Her name is Jessica Merchant, I believe, is the one behind that. She has a cookbook that I really want to order. It's on Amazon. Yeah, I just love that one. She's on Instagram. She has everything. Another one that you may have heard of is Carrie Bradshaw Lied. She is the cutest little girl ever. I think she's from the South. She has an accent, but she lives here in Orange County. So it's cool when I'll see her post, like, she'll take photos in places that I know. I'm like, I know where that is. It's right down the street or whatever. And she does like a lot of fashion. She does like home decor, lifestyle, which I've been obsessed with home decor lately, like obsessed. Another one that I want to give a shout out to is The Every Girl. That is one that I think I started following on Instagram, and then I'll check out their blog like almost every day. Like, I'm addicted to these blogs. They have a bunch of writers who write for them, and it's all about like travel and fashion and food, and they'll do like love and relationships, and they'll do beauty, and they'll do like, there are so many cool articles, and I'm addicted. I'm addicted to just like looking at these pictures and reading these articles, and I don't know. Yeah, I've just been really, really into blogs lately. So I don't think that I would start one the way that I was like obsessed with YouTube and then started a YouTube channel. I think that's like out of my scope, out of my realm. I'm not much for photography. Like, I'm not really skilled in that department. I actually do think I'm a fairly good writer, so maybe that's something that could be fun, but just like on a creativity scale. But for now, I'm just gonna be a fan. Okay guys, and that brings us to the end, which is music favorites. I don't have a ton, but if you don't wanna watch this part, then auf Wiedersehen. Thank you so much for watching. But if you do, then I just have a few. I brought my fancy little Bluetooth speaker here to play them. So let's see. Well, I wanna give a quick shout out to Ed Sheeran's 2 new songs. So good. Shape of You and Castle on the Hill. I love Ed Sheeran. He can do no wrong in my book. So those are great songs. Another thing I want to give a shout out to is the Moana soundtrack. Apparently I've been living under a rock because I think it won like the Golden Globe, like some of the music, and people have been talking about it, but I didn't see that movie until a few weeks ago, and I really, really love it. This is probably my favorite song on it, which I think won the Globe. I think, I don't know. But when you put Lin-Manuel Miranda on something, like, it's gonna be gold, let's just be honest.
Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary guy. How can I say you're welcome?
And then this song, which is sung, this is the Alessia Cara version. They're both great running songs. Okay, next I have a song that I have not stopped listening to. It is called Capsize by FRENSHIP. FRENSHIP. I heard it in my work building one day and I was like, what is this? This is the jam. And then I just haven't stopped.
Capsize, I'm first in the water. Too close to the bottom. Right back where I started. Said I'm fine.
Another one that my best friend Hani introduced me to is the song Issues by Julia Michaels. She only has one song ever, apparently, according to Spotify, and I'm gonna need her to come out with some more stuff real quick because I'm obsessed with her voice, and if anything else sounds remotely like this, then I know I'm gonna like it. The song basically is like, hey, you're really screwed up, but like, so am I. So let's just stick together and be in love. And I just love it.
I get angry, baby, believe me. I can love you just like that, and I can leave you just as fast. Yeah, I got issues, and one of them is how bad I need you.
And I think that brings us to the end of my January 2017 favorites. I hope all of your year is off to a great start. I would like to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you're doing well, and I will see you guys very soon. Love you. Bye.